I want to give you 3 ethical considerations for any time you are a sideman on a gig. If someone hires you to play on a gig that they have booked, there's some stuff that they've done to get that happen. They've built relationships, they have organized people, organized music. They've put effort into that you didn't put into it. And so they're going to have a certain investment in the success of that gig that you're not going to have. And what I want the success and the outcome of that gig that you're not going to have. And what I want to offer to you are some considerations that will help you to be more sensitive to the position of a band leader so that they will call you back, or to help you avoid doing something that will stop them from calling you back. The first one is do whatever will make the band leader look good. Whatever will make the band leader look good, that's what you gonna do. And so that's just a filter that you're gonna run anything through. So for instance, does talking on stage while the band leader is talking make the band leader look good? No, then don't do that. If you get an opportunity to talk with someone on a break or something, and the band leader comes up, say some good stuff about the band leader. Like, take that moment to make the band leader look good. Whatever you can do in whatever you're doing, from the beginning of the gig to the end of the gig, whatever you can do to make the band leader look good, you're going to do that. That's the first thing. The second thing is that if something happens, and sometimes some things happen, there is a patron who is drunk and behaving inappropriately, or something gets broken, or whatever, or you have to stand up for yourself and someone is treating you inappropriately and you have to stand up for yourself. I always let the band leader know as soon as possible that happened. If I can let them deal with it rather than me getting in there and dealing with it, I will let them deal with it. Because remember, this is their gig. They have a different level of investment than I do. Their name is on, the ticket or whatever. This is their relationship. I'm not going to be the person that ruins your relationship with your payer on your gig. I ain't doing that. So if there's any form of a situation comes up, I try to let them know as soon as possible. I'll put them, hey, I just want to let you know there was a situation. This happened here and this happened and this is what I did. I just want to let you know ahead of time so you don't get blindsided in case someone talks to you. Man, that has come in handy a number of times for me. And so if there's ever a situation where something happens, I'm not going to wait until someone else tells the band leader. I'm going to be the first person to let the band leader know, hey, this is what happened on your gig, and I'm just letting you know what happened. The third ethical consideration is not advertising yourself on other people's gigs. People have different approaches about this. I'm sharing my approach, and I'll give you the reason why. So think back to what I was saying before. If someone books a gig, they've built a relationship, they've probably invested money, they've probably done lots and lots and lots of gigs before you ever get on there. And I don't think it's appropriate to kind of go behind the back of someone behind their work and try to borrow from the work that they have put in. I want to put in my own work. And I would rather that people who are on my gigs put in their own work as well. And so what I'm doing instead is, if someone, first of all, I'm not initiating conversations about me and what I do. If someone asks me, unless they say specific words like, hey, tell me about your projects, like tell me about what you do. If they don't ask me stuff about that, the only thing I'm talking about is how cool the band leader was and how grateful I am to play with them. So here's how that'll work. Someone will come up to me on, like, let's say there's a singer that I'm the music director for. Someone will come up to me on her gig afterward and they'll say, wow, you were so good. You're such a good music director. And I'm not going to tell them about the other gigs that I music direct on. You know, I'm not going to tell them about the other gig that I have going on down the street later on. I'm going to say, yeah, it's really an honor to music direct for this singer. She's so fantastic. She's got all of these talents, and she's got this really amazing connection with the music. And I'm just glad to help her get her vision to happen. You know, I'm trying to reflect everything back on the band leader, everything back on the person who put in all of this work and effort into getting this gig to happen in the first place. I'm not trying to take from what they have put in her case, what she's put in to get this gig to happen. I'm not trying to take away from that. I'm not trying to borrow from that. I'm trying to reflect on her. So if a compliment comes my way or something, I'm just reflecting that compliment onto the band leader. That's really endearing when the band leader is there, but that's not why I do it. I just don't want to steal from someone else's work. And I understand for some people they don't feel like that's what it is, and that's okay. You know, I'm telling you what I do, and telling you what people appreciate that I do and what people notice that I do. But unless someone says the specific words like, no, tell me what you do, like tell me about you. If they don't do that, then I'm not talking about me. You know, I'm doing whatever I can to reflect back on the band leader. So those are 3 ethical considerations for being a good sideman. People will appreciate and notice those 3 things. And they will also especially notice the opposite. People will notice if something happens on the gig and you don't say anything. People will notice that. People will notice if every time they hire you on a gig, you're talking about all your other stuff and trying to, you know, get in on the relationships that they have spent years and money building. You know, people will notice that. People will notice if everything that you do on the bandstand goes through the filter of how can I make the band leader look good. People notice stuff like that. And you do stuff like that, and people are going to feel very, very comfortable about hiring you. Especially hiring you on gigs where they need sensitive people to be on it. You know, hey, this is happening on a wedding. Who am I going to hire? I'm going to hire people who know how to behave, as an example. You know, they'll feel comfortable hiring you on those kinds of things. And so that's how you build up loyalty with other people, is by having really good ethics as a sideman on a gig. So that's what I've got for you. If you got any questions or comments, leave them below. I'll get back to you. Thank you for watching the video. Bye, y'all. Blessings.